Hey, what's up, everybody? BDF44 coming at you another video. All right, so I'm yapping. I don't know what it is about this era of my life, but I got more content for you guys. This time it's a therapy session because I'm looking at the Brittney Griner situation and I'm looking as it unfolds, um, what it's doing to this social, you know, climate and how people are reacting to this. It's yet another button. As we talked about, different buttons that make people mad at each other racially charged buttons that are pressed that ultimately get people slid into a frenzy like Black Lives Matter, White Lives Matter, this and that, and all these different demonstrations that just so happen to pop up right around election time, and then all of a sudden, boom, now everybody's really charged up about their skin. Yeah, this is one of those. That's what this Brittney Griner thing is. That's exactly what this is. I'm like, oh, so that's what we're looking at. They're trying to get people mad at each other about their skin again. This is pressing that button again. Why is it that all these political driven people want to push the race card button with this society? It's so tired, man. It's like, yes, I get it. This is that is that. We have our issues, we're working through them. We have our perspectives, we're working through them. We have our sides, whatever. But it's so damn tired now that you look at it without the agreements in place to make you offended. You're just looking for the bullcrap and you're seeing it. That's all it is. Now I'm just looking for it. Of course I want Brittney Griner home. I'm glad she's coming home. Did I want to give up a Russian arms dealer to get her home? Of course not. But now I got to take a side. Now if I don't want to be the C word animal, I got to side with all of us who are just simply ignoring the Russian arms dealer guy. So that's what the black thought is supposed to be. Collective black thought is. Hooray, praise God, we got BG back. Perfect. That's true. We got BG back. She wasn't safe a couple weeks ago. Didn't even know where she was. I got a heart for that. I'm glad she's home. I'm thanking God for that. That's a blessing for her and her family, and for everybody, for her fans, everybody. She needed to be home. She should have never been unsafe. Okay? That's cool. But my black mind need to be able to get over here too. I gotta be able to get over here and say, okay, what did we just give up? And they don't want me to do that. Politically, I'm not supposed to do that. That's not what the Democrats are doing. That's not what the blacks are doing. That's not what we're doing. What we're doing is celebrating Brittney. Don't you come over here with that. That's the conservative side. They're supposed to worry about who we gave up and not care about Brittney coming home. See, that's their perspective. They're not supposed to be over here. You see what I'm saying? They ain't supposed to be over here. With this Brittney's home thing, they ain't supposed to care about that. Brittney's a black woman. They don't care about black women. All right? Even though they may or may not, but my perspective, from which I'm not supposed to be over here, understands that is basically the black side of things. Okay, we're worried about who they brought home or who they let go and how that makes. Forget her. Obviously, she doesn't matter as much as this guy because he can kill 1 million people, and that's the focus over here, right? But not over there. No. This is where we need to be. Everybody needs to be about here. Y'all over here need to be here, and y'all over here need to be here, and this is where they don't want you to be. Right here. I'm happy BG's home. Russian arms dealer should not have been the way we got her home at all. That ain't how you do it. We can see both things. We want her home, yes. We don't want to give up the guy who's going to kill 1 million people. We don't want the guy who's going to arm the warlords of the future, because that's his job. He's an arms dealer. That's effectively what he does. He's the Michael Jordan, from what I understand, of gun dealers. He's one of the best to ever do it. And we just gave him back to their people so that they can continue their war and whatever they got going on. That's what we just did. So now, politically, what it does for us here in this country is effectively split people up right in time for election time. So this is perfect. This is all lining up. Because now we got people mad at each other because of their skin color, not paying attention to different things that would otherwise make them balanced and compassionate, but more so siding with their skin or whatever. However, I'm telling you, man, it's a bunch of bullcrap, and we can see it. And guess who's giving it to us? The same publications that are smearing everybody who's and all this other stuff. It's all political, though. They're pressing these racial buttons. I'm watching all of these people pressing racial buttons. Whether they're stumbling into the button or deliberately pressing it, either way, the buttons are being pressed. And here we are, spinning around in circles about our skin, right in time for an election. That's pretty much all I got to say. That's my take on the Brittney Griner situation. If you want to check out my therapy session, that's pretty much a more full idea of what I have in regards to how I came to this point where I'm balanced. I'm very happy Brittney's home. I was very worried that she wasn't safe based on the political positioning that the people who had her in captive were trying to put themselves in the position to have, which is what they were trying to do. They're trying to get the guy back. So my thing was, I don't even know if she ever did anything wrong in the first place. I thought there was a good chance they probably planted something on her. You know what I mean? I didn't even think she really did that. So my thing was, I had that in my mind. I don't think a lot of people who wanted her to come home even thought about that part. A lot of them didn't even think about whether or not she was fully innocent. They just figured she made a mistake and they took advantage of it. I don't even think that was hers. But we will find out when she gets back home if she's able to tell the truth about what happened to her and how it all went. At the end of the day, she's going to be safe, and that is a very good thing. Meanwhile, who do we just give them in order to make her safe? Well, we just gave them somebody who's going to make a lot of other people unsafe. A whole lot of other people unsafe. Children, maybe. This guy's selling guns. What do guns do? That's what he does. But see, over here, we don't have no problem with guns dealers. If he's like the Michael Jordan of guns dealers, we're like the LeBron James of guns dealers. So what are we mad about giving up a guns dealer? He's our competition. They're probably just going to off him. If I'm thinking like I'm thinking, the U.S. probably just going to off that dude. They're going to give him to the Russian government, and you're going to hear 6 months from now, they're going to whack him. So the moral of the story is, I trust prayer. That's who I trust. Because I'm looking at celebrities like Chance the Rapper, of whom are good guys in the public, but they align with a party. And because of it, they're celebrating one side of this without mentioning the other. And then for those who are mentioning the other, they kind of like, nah, don't talk about the arms dealer. We're kind of imbalanced over here, only focusing on Brittney. And anybody who's doing that, it's a problem. Big problem. Big. And the sad thing is, a lot of them, I don't think they are spiritually bad people. They're just positioned in a way to where, yeah, they're a chess piece on the board of the bad guys. Because at the end of the day, if you're not looking at this from a balanced perspective, then you're leaning on the skin narrative. Because that's essentially all this is actually doing. Yeah, black people are happy. Mad at the white people who are mad at us for being happy about them giving up the arms dealer, for which this conundrum has no balance, and we're supposed to pick a side. And I'm not buying that bull crap, because I know who I am, and I know God's real. BDL44, thank you all for watching. I'm out.